When I say best Western, I'm not talking about the hotel. I'm talking about the movie Tombstone, starring Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer. Not only is Tombstone the hardest Western to ever do it, not only does it have the most historically accurate portrayal of the shootout at the OK Corral, but it's the most quotable one in the gallery. Let's run it back first though. Kurt Russell plays Wyatt Earp, the hardest lawman in the game to ever do it. Wyatt just steps off the train and already he's got 2 US Marshals rolling up on him trying to offer him a job. Wyatt Earp immediately is like, dead all that. I'm retired. I'm here to get money with my family. The Marshals are like, alright, that's cool, you're gonna go stack chips, but hey, I never met a rich man without a guilty conscience. Wyatt tells him, I already got a guilty conscience. Might as well have the money too. Good day. Wyatt then meets up with his older brother Virgil and his younger brother Morgan, and they make their way to Tombstone, Arizona. The movie takes place in 1879, but the town's partying like it's 1999. The money is moving. Wyatt meets the sheriff, and then he runs into Fred White, the marshal. Fred White lets Wyatt know, hey, that sheriff don't run shit here. The cowboys do. This is a mining town. Shit is booming. We got saloons, we got money, we got alcohol, but don't shit move unless the cowboys say so. They're the outlaws that run this town. You can spot them by the red sash. Yeah, they outlaws, but hey, they bring the money in. And as you can see, business is good, except for this saloon over here, the Oriental. That shit used to be fancy, but now people go in there and get got like at the slaughterhouse. Damn shame. Cause saloons are where the real money's at with all that gambling and drinking. Wyatt Earp heard all that and said, yeah, cool. Starts walking to the bar. The marshal's looking confused, but Wyatt's brothers, they know the shit that he's on. Wyatt walks up in the bar, mad cool, mad casual, gets a cigar from the owner, introduces himself as Wyatt Earp. The owner's like, yeah, right. Wyatt's like, yo, I don't want to be rude, but it's mad nice in here, but business kind of slow. What's happening? The owner tells him, yo, you hear that dude back there talking all that shit? Yeah, he comes in here one day slapping all the high-class customers, waving his gun around. Now, only dudes that come in here are bums and lowlifes. I'd get rid of him, but that's easier said than done. Wyatt says, cool. Walks toward dude in the back. Now, dude in the back that's pushing people around, his name is Johnny Tyler. He's an outlaw. He's acting as a dealer at their betting table. Johnny's shooting off at the mouth. He sees Wyatt Earp and asks him, yo, we got a problem? Wyatt says, nah, but you sitting in my seat. Johnny's like, oh, is that a fact? Wyatt's like, Wikipedia ain't invented yet, but all I do is talk facts. Because as a matter of fact, I can see the bitch in you. Johnny trying to play it off like, I'm real scared. Meanwhile, Wyatt's like, yeah, I can tell you're scared. I can see it in your eyes. Then gets battle rapper close to his face. Johnny goes for his piece like, hey, I'm warning you. Wyatt's like, no, go ahead. Pull it. Wyatt Earp tells that man, skin that smoke wagon and see what happens. Johnny ain't barking so loud anymore. My man says, look here, mister, I'm real. Wyatt slaps the shit out of his face. Wyatt telling this man, yo, I'm tired of all that talking. Now jerk that pistol and let's get to work. But Johnny don't want to interview for the job. So Wyatt slaps him again. I said, throw down, boy. Johnny done got slapped in the face 2 times and still ain't pulled the steel. So Wyatt slaps him one more time and tells him, you gonna do something or just stand there and bleed? Yeah, so Johnny opted to just stand there and bleed. Exactly what Wyatt thought. So he takes his guns, tosses them to the bar owner. He then escorts Johnny out the bar by his ear, tells him not to come back, then looks at the owner and says, hey, so 25% of the house okay with you? Because Wyatt's going to be the new dealer now. Wyatt meets back up with his brothers, lets them know, hey, business is about to be booming. We just got a steak in the Oriental, 25%, baby. Wyatt telling his brothers, yo, we about to be eating steak every night. All we got to do, keep our eye on the brass ring and not fuck the money up. Meanwhile, Johnny's back with a shotgun running up behind Wyatt and his brothers. He's taking aim at Wyatt, but from off screen we hear, why, Johnny Tyler, you madcap. Johnny Tyler and the Wyatts turn around and they see Doc Holliday asking Johnny, where you going with that shotgun? If you don't know who Doc Holliday is, my man's a scoundrel, a gambler, and one of the fastest guns in the West. Johnny sees Doc and is like, I didn't know you were back in town. Doc Holliday then steps to the Earps, and these motherfuckers start cutting it up like, yo, where you been, Doc? Doc's like, Wyatt, I've been good, man. Johnny Tyler hears this shit and is like, I'm sorry, Wyatt Earp? That man's Wyatt Earp? Doc looks at him like, why are you talking? And then starts talking with the Earps about how they're going into business for themselves, getting into gambling. Doc's talking about how he prefers poker to gambling, and Wyatt's like, I mean, it's all how you look at it. Nobody's putting a gun to your head. Doc's laughing like, man, Wyatt can talk himself into anything. That's why I love him. They're over here yucking it up. Then they turn to see Johnny Tyler. Doc says, Johnny, I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now. But Wyatt tells him to leave the shotgun. That scene is beautiful foreshadowing because we see just how close Doc Holliday is with the Earps and that he always has their back. Which is good because the Earps are about to have their first run-in with the outlaws running the town.